All right, so we have a statement on Luna Classic from CZ himself. Probably not the statement people were looking for, but very positive for the Luna Classic community, in my opinion. CZ was on the Bankless podcast this morning about an hour ago. And by the way, huge get for those guys. Way to go, Bankless team. Usually they just have on some crackpot Ethereum maxi talking about boring stuff like the merge and the purge and the whatever. But anyway, word got out to the lunatic community that CZ was going to be on this morning, and predictably, the chat was just a nonstop burn Luna Classic spam fest, which was great because the host at one point had to address it and ask CZ, "What the hell is this burn Luna thing? It's just eating up our entire chat." And CZ addressed it in a way that I think is very positive. I think people are probably reading too much into it at this point, but was overly positive in his response. That he said he was aware of it, that he had asked his team about it, and then he said, as long as there is a consistent way to burn, a fair way that the community agrees on, that they were more than happy to do it. So I think that's very positive. He said we'll get it figured out, and he did say that the proposal wasn't clear. He wasn't sure whether they're supposed to burn 1.2% of their own Luna, their revenue they are making on Luna, the fees, whether they were supposed to burn 1.2% of all their users' Luna that's just sitting in their wallets. But I think it's overly positive that he's willing to do whatever the community wants. As long as it's fair and they aren't just burning their own revenue or fees or their own customers' actual Luna in their wallets, which is great because that's not the intention of the proposal. It's simply a burn tax on all transactions. So we've had MEXC. They didn't exactly implement this. They were just burning their own fees as basically a marketing stunt, which definitely worked and is awesome. But now that we actually do have one exchange, Coin in, which is stepping up to be the first exchange to agree to implement the burn tax that is explicitly outlined in the proposal. That's fantastic. It will ideally serve as a blueprint or a use case for how other exchanges should implement the burn tax across their platforms. And we also have Starship, whatever it's called, Starship Metaverse NFT platform coming on to implement the 1.2% burn tax. We have another NFT project that came on late last night. Can't remember the name of it exactly, but things are in motion. Things are looking good. Price not looking so good. Definitely has come down a lot to point or 301183. I think the easiest way to just say is 1,183. My buy-in was around 600 or so, or 40600 was my average cost. Sorry, it's very early in the morning for me. My mouth is not working yet. But yeah, not financial advice. I'm not buying any Luna Classic until four zeros are back. I can't advise anyone on buying Luna Classic at this point. It's just a complete game theory situation of, okay, if they're able to burn this down to 10 billion, that's going to I obviously create huge price pressure on the cost or on the price of Luna Classic. Going to get that back to $1? Probably not. That would mean Luna Classic would be a $10 billion market cap if they do get back to 10 billion supply. Even a 10 cents would be a 1 billion, which still is, right now their market cap is 1 billion, but I think a lot of that has to do with just the hype around the burn and things like that. And just kind of the tail effect of Luna just being up like basically a month away since that whole debacle happened. But yeah, market cap right now is 775 million. So yeah, in a perfect world, if we did get to a $1 billion market cap, when we do get the supply down to 10 billion, if all those stars align, then you'd be sitting at 1 billion market cap, and whatever Luna you have right now, whatever millions or hundreds of thousands or billions would be much appreciated in value. Can you go that entire time without paper handing? No chance I can. We'll see if there's some absolute Chad studs that hang on that long if this actually happens. But yeah, I think my plan here is just to kind of sit on my whatever millions of stupid Luna that are sitting in my wallet and see if this actually pans out in the right direction, or if it just goes back to zero. Most likely going back to zero or a lot more zeros, and a lot less money in my wallet. But anyway, that's kind of the one I'm very hyper focused on right now, Luna Classic, and just trying to figure out where this is going to go from here. But let me know what you guys are doing with your Luna Classic. If you're buying here, selling here, if you sold the other day, if you're holding on here, what you guys think of CZ's statements and what you think for this 1.2% burn tax and all the other proposals that have passed and gone through. But anyway, I will leave you guys alone and stop rambling. Go follow me on Twitter. If I get any more updates, I'll try to update you guys on Twitter. My Twitter link is down below. And then also go grab that BlockFi card with the link down below too. If you use that link, you get 3.5% back in Bitcoin for I think the first 2 months. And then, but yeah, I love that card. And I'm sure even if BlockFi does get acquired by FTX, it'll just be the FTX card, and so there's no worry there. And any Bitcoin that you make each month, you can just send to your Bitcoin wallet, wherever that may be. But anyway, yeah, check that out. Love working with BlockFi. Probably soon to be FTX or something else. But anyway, crazy time to be alive in crypto. Hope you guys are still alive. Just keep surviving. That's the number one rule in a bear market. Just survive, and dollar cost average if you can. All right. See you guys later. Bye bye.